Yeah, guys, welcome to Drawing 1105. On our right, but
Hello.
yeah, we're joined by Aurora. Hi. And
Otherwise
your
Hello, everyone.
Deborah, yeah.
also known as Deborah,
AKA.
and your friend and accomplice in crime, aka hypnosis or something, right? John.
Right.
Welcome. Hi.
Thank you.
All
Good to
right.
be
Hi,
here.
John.
So today's a story from John. John, do you want to try to give like a kind of synopsis or something, or you want to just dive in?
I'll just dive in, I guess, because it's not
Hell
that long
yeah,
a
let's
story
do it.
anyway.
Just go.
All right, we're going. All right.
All right.
It probably the drawing will be longer than the story itself.
Yeah, probably.
I'm
You
going
can
to add a
embellish
little
them.
something to the beginning.
Oh yeah, go for it,
actually,
man.
Go.
Which doesn't have the drawing. So on Mother's Day 2011, I think it's in April or maybe May, my mom was at my house and she was playing with my daughter, having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
She was 83, but she looked
Uh-huh.
great. You know, she didn't have any major medical problems or anything. She looked like she was going to live another 8 or 10 years. And I was in my kitchen opening up a bottle of wine, and I heard a voice in my head that said, "This is her last Mother's Day."
Whoa.
And it wasn't a kind voice, but it wasn't unkind, but it was very, very confident. And I knew for sure that it was, you know, it didn't come from my thoughts. It just dropped into my head from somewhere. So I kind of knew that was happening, and she did. She died in July of that year, just a few months later, of pancreatic.
Have you always had kind of like voices
But
like
anyways-
that? Or is that kind of the first time in your life where it was like a premonition?
That's pretty much the only time it was ever that clear. Yeah,
You know,
it was
sorry.
kindly though, you know.
Yeah. Do you know, you guys? I was telling you before about my experiences in France. Sorry, before you, John came, and I was telling you about the internships. How I have the choice between two internships, and you are asking me why, if I chose or if I found something, and I did. And the reason I was actually going for another internship, but that I chose the one in Paris because one day I woke up and I had not the same voice, but some very clear voice that tell me, go to Meudon. Meudon is the name of the place. And I didn't know why, but it was like, it kind of freaked me out. So I woke up, I sent an email, I accept, and I sent another email. I don't accept to the other company because I had two offers at the same time. And actually in this company, it was where I started. I met a person that introduced me to hypnosis. So it was kind of like a life-changing direction. But it was pretty much the only time when I had the same thing.
Yeah, I've never had that sort of thing happen to me. And I grew up in Hawaii, where there's like a lot of superstitious, oh, is your daughter gone? Shit going on. Or like there was this one hotel where we lived where it was like the kids would go up in just because everyone said it was haunted, but really it'd just be like the kids playing pranks on each other. Usually they like single out one guy. It's like, yeah, we're gonna make this guy think it's haunted,
Right.
but even then I never felt ghosts, voices, so it's not saying I don't believe it.
I've had quite a few experiences that's sort of spread out over the years, and I've got them all written down. They're sort of like Claudia Edge's book. Aurora, did you read Claudia Edge's book?
That's a badass name, man.
No.
Claudia Edge.
It is. She's got every few years something crazy cool like that would happen to her, and so she collected them and wrote them down. So that's the same thing that I'm doing. I always write them down. But I always say that if you don't have those kinds of experiences, it could mean that you don't need them.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I just need
So
more.
you're saying this is
a little more help.
Yeah.
This is as good as it gets. Okay.
Yeah, so and a lot of times I'll get if I do get something, it'll be very vague, and I'll be like, "Come on, really?
Yeah. Figure it out by yourself.
Why the puzzle?" But this time, Aurora, like it happened to you, is like, that they told me exactly what to do. Exactly what was going to happen. So yeah, and it's the tone of voice, the confidence in that voice. It's like, okay, that's what it is.
Damn.
So anyway, when she did die, we were selling her house, and came upon this ceramic plant holder, a tiny little ceramic plant holder that was in the shape of a cradle. That had a built-in music box. When you turned the key, it played Rockabye Baby. When I was about 5, 6, 7, I would sit at the breakfast nook, and my elder siblings would tell me that was mine because my mom got that as a present when she was in the hospital having me.
Wow.
So that was, for some reason, that was my special empty planter ceramic music box. So after about age 7, I think we might have had the kitchen renovated or something, and there was just the windows weren't there to put it on anymore, and I didn't see it again until my mom died, which is when I was 49. So for four decades, I didn't know this thing. I didn't know it existed.
So John
assumed it was crushed somewhere.
This ceramic planter, so it's basically like a pot for a plant, and it had a music box built into it.
Yeah, a decorative holder. Like.
Okay, I just never heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
all right. Maybe that's. Yeah.
It's pretty weird. It's one of those weird things that the hospital gift shop would sell. Like,
something.
I guess
maybe
so.
It's an
it
East
is
Coast
pretty
thing,
weird.
'cause it sounds like you heard about it.
Music boxes, so turn the key, make something.
Oh, sure, but built into like a pot for a plant?
It really was
That's
built
crazy.
in. Yeah, we didn't have a way of getting it out.
Okay, sorry, yeah, please go ahead.
So when they were cleaning it up, couldn't believe this thing was still around, so I picked it up. I tried to turn the key, and that key was frozen like a rock.
Wow.
Like it had fused. All the iron in there had fused like a rock.
The metals fused, yeah.
The metals were fused, and it wouldn't even flutter. There was no vibration. It was just a rock.
Nothing.
So I said, okay, well, that's fine. I'll take it as a keepsake, and I'll put it up in my room and as a memory. And so a few months later, my wife and I were having a stupid argument. I don't know what it was about, but I needed to be myself. So I went up into my bedroom and lied down on my bed, dark in there, quiet and peaceful.
Right.
And there was really nothing going on. It was just like pure silence and no vibrations. Nothing happened in the house.
Right.
And after a couple of minutes, don't you know that music box just started playing?
Unbelievable.
Just like it was brand new. Brand new, fully wound up.
Unbelievable.
Played Rockabye Baby 2 or 3 times all the way through, and then just stopped.
I loved the story. The second I heard the story, I was like, "Oh yeah, this has got to be written down, drawn."
Oh yeah.
I was
right.
Like that. Aurora just told me a story of hers, and I was yawning halfway through, and then she gets to the punchline at the end, and I'm like, "Oh crap, that's a fantastic story," But
you had just told me that in the beginning.
Hey, John.
Go to the end. I didn't know that was the best part.
John, it looks like your video cut out.
Oh yeah,
Not
what
sure
happened to me?
Oh, okay. Well, if you could.
there
boom.
you're
All right, you're
okay,
back.
Cool.
Another
you
thing
don't
I was.
know about the
What about a slurp? Yeah.
Oh, a slurp. Yeah, let's slurp, man.
Slurp,
If you guys
okay.
got a drink, go ahead and slurp.
Go ahead and slurp if you.
This is some weird thing we do.
Slurp if you got it. Okay, good.
Well, if that was too short, I've smelled her perfume in my house a couple of times.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
and my wife has smelled it too.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Now your wife doesn't use the same perfume.
So,
No, it's very unique.
okay, yeah.
Wow.
It was my mom's unique old lady perfume.
Wow. Yeah,
Dude, what is it
like
with
my mom?
Yeah, what is it with old ladies and all buying the same
Chanel
perfume?
number 5. Let me guess. Chanel number 5.
Smells.
Chanel.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask. You said that it was a stupid fight between you and your wife. Did that have like you think that affected like the
Oh.
cosmos, or do you think that had relevance to the sudden
Well,
working of the?
it was. I think it was. If it meant anything specifically, it was probably like, chill out, everything's fine. I'm here with you still.
Okay.
Life is not that serious.
Oh, okay.
And here's a little reminder that I'll be around, kind of
Oh,
thing.
gotcha.
And funny thing is that you do not remember the fight, but you remember
Oh, so you don't even.
the
Absolutely.
story. Like the
Good.
fight
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not that
was
important.
Not the...
So you don't even remember what the fight was about. The whole.
No, I haven't. No
Yeah,
idea.
when you're.
Not
Yeah,
important.
when your planner, your music box planner that hasn't worked for what was it, 50 years?
Miraculously comes on. And,
Yeah,
I
about
think
50
that-
years.
here
that
we
makes
go.
sense.
We're inking in the drawing. Here's the pen work now.
Yeah, that's crazy how memory works. Huh? I was listening to a podcast, and I think it was Joe Rogan. He was talking about how some fighters, they're like, they'll get knocked out or something in the 5th round,
Right.
and then they'll come to, and they'll go to their corner, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's round 2." They're like, "Bruh, it's round 6."
Right.
Maybe something similar happened. You just got emotionally knocked out, so you just forgot stuff. Yeah.
Well, the head injuries are crazy.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Aurora, what you were saying about languages and stuff. Sometimes people, is this what you said, that sometimes people will have a hit on the head and they'll come out speaking a foreign language that they never
Yeah.
learned?
I've heard about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think there was the case of this. I don't know if she was a cyclist or a motorcycle, and then she fell on the head, and then she woke up speking Polish, and she's never been to
Crazy.
Poland. And sometimes it's like she didn't even have known Polish grandmothers or
Right.
fathers, like ancestors.
Dude.
Right.
So it was like this totally random language that she started speaking fluently. And there are cases also when the person doesn't even remember their own language.
It's kind of funny
Wow.
that it was Polish, though, right? You think like, what if you wake up and you're speaking like some super random language that no one's ever heard of? Are you just mad? You're just
Yeah.
like, man, why couldn't it have been like, something
Useful
more
language.
useful
It's like Chinese or something.
or whatever? Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, during hypnosis, I hypnotized my sister. She's a really good guinea pig. So all my tests are on her. Like
Yeah,
she's
sorry,
super
sis, if you're
easy
listening.
hypnotizable.
You are super
I
impressive.
tell her one word.
Gullible.
She knows. If I tell her one word now and she listens to the video, she will get hypnotized like right away.
Really? Oh.
What's going on?
So-
sis?
So the
Wait, is that illegal?
the
to,
funny
like,
Probably.
manipulate people?
yeah, I mean, if you go, I had over some friends and they went to a Mesmer show. So Mesmer is this guy that gives hypnosis shows, not for therapeutic purposes, just shows. And this guy is super hypnotizable. So Mesmer made him forget the number 7. So it's like you go 1, 2,
That's such
3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and then he would ask questions that involve number 7, and he wouldn't know how to answer those. He'd be like, well, how, like 17, he wouldn't say 17, he would say, well, 16 plus 1, and then it's 18 or
wow.
something.
But
But
hold on.
he just didn't,
Hold on, and
And
John's on the line too, so
Oh,
maybe
sorry.
he can chime in. You were telling me,
I like the haircut. I like the hairdo. the hair that my head got in the way.
oh, nice hair, man.
Thanks.
Yeah. I like how
yeah.
you just keep it salt and pepper. You don't care. You're not trying to. Anyway.
I'm not going to have it dyed platinum or anything. No.
Yeah. Anyway,
Just regular.
Aurora, you were saying that you can't hypnotize someone to do something they don't want. So what's the deal there? Did that guy
Hate-
want or
hate the
okay?
number 7,
Like they
or-
got to be okay with.
well, it's you cannot hypnotize somebody if you harm them or
Right.
that to do something that goes against their principles.
Okay.
So to forget, most people don't think that forgetting number 7 is a big deal. It's not like,
It's not.
I mean, everybody would accept that as an induction or like it's something acceptable. Okay, or if I tell you your name is not John or your name is Alex and Alex's name is John. And
Yeah.
then and you'd
always
be
wanted to
totally
be a
convinced
John.
because it's just a name.
Yeah, no
Not
harm.
another
No
word.
harm.
Yeah, but you cannot make somebody like kill someone or tell them to jump or
Right.
You
do
can't
something
just
that would go
amass
against.
a army of just hypnotized goons, is what you're saying.
Yes and no. I mean,
The
if
CIA
you
is working on it.
We're officially on a CIA list from this conversation. It's not even on the
Listen to
internet yet. And we're
everything I say, so
I'm
Sorry about
free
that.
to be recruitable if you pay really well.
Oh
if
yeah,
you're
by the
hearing
way,
the thing. By the
this is
way,
officially turned into the hypnosis
it is not
hypnotist
against my principles
hiring
at all.
channel. Jam Crab is now that.
All right.
So Aurora, the thing with the language, right? If you come out with speaking a language that you've never heard and never spoken,
Yeah.
obviously it hasn't been stored in your brain. So to me that reinforces the idea, which is becoming more popular, which is that consciousness is tuned through the brain but doesn't live in the brain. You know, the brain is just a tuner
yeah.
for it, but your consciousness is not your brain. You know, it's sort of outside of it.
I tend to agree with that, and also I see in hypnosis like how people sometimes it's stored in other parts of the body. Like if they release a memory, sometimes their
Yeah.
arm would move like just-
Stomach.
or legs, or it depends. It's stored in different parts of the body. But Shannon, that we both know, we did a hypnosis session with her, and then she started recalling. I guess it was a past life with in Sweden, and then with a grandfather. And then I tell her, I mean, she doesn't speak Swedish in this life, and I ask her, what does the grandfather saying? And then he tells me a phrase in Swedish. I think it's Swedish. It was in English, and I was like, "What? Can you translate it?" And then she translates it, but she has no memories of that. Well, I have that on tape, but like she didn't know what language she was speaking or what she was
Wow.
saying at all. Just the
Very cool.
Anyone like you
Anyway.
guys ever hypnotize someone and then they just like start speaking like Latin or something dead like that?
Dead language.
That'd be sick.
I was speaking about my sister. She didn't speak in Latin, but she spoke Chinese. She doesn't
Hell
speak
yeah.
Chinese
Oh, I
now.
love
Chinese.
But her
I'm trying to learn Chinese.
and her accent was like spot on Chinese. It wasn't like something that you hear and then when she
Or-
woke up, I told her to repeat the name and she couldn't, or at least not without the
Yeah.
accent.
Right. Wow.
I mean, spot on, but like you don't
Somewhere
speak
there.
Chinese, so maybe it was just it fooled you though.
No, I mean I have, even though I don't speak Chinese, I know what Chinese sounds
Right.
like.
Sounded
Yeah.
right.
Or I can, it sounded correct.
Yeah.
But
it would
then
be hard to imitate. For me, it would be hard to just
because we don't have the
Yeah,
sounds,
the tones,
so it's
the
like
four
to.
tones. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard language.
Yeah.
But by the way, speaking about, I mean, the drawing.
you wanna
that
get
is
back to
being
this
inked,
drawing
what
here?
do you think?
I
Happening
forget the
now.
drawing.
Yeah, forget this
Remember the
drawing.
drawing.
It's really just, you know,
It's pretty long.
yeah, come for the drawing, stay for the
the
whatever this
banter.
is we're doing.
The-
Yeah.
The
I mean,
time.
let's be real, people. Like this story
Yeah.
ended like 5 minutes ago. If you're just looking for the story, then I guess you could leave. Leave make sure you hit the dislike before you leave. Whatever.
Nasty
Yeah.
comments.
Hey, so Aurora tried to hypnotize me once, and then like halfway through I started laughing.
How'd that work?
So do you think that's just like because I know her, John? Do you think like if I wanted to be hypnotized, I should
Yeah,
go with
it
someone
can-
else, like, or am I just like a complete dick
Well,
and I'm just not? I can't. There's
so many
Program-
choices.
too many variables here.
You're not programmable. Yeah.
No, it could be that you know her. Yeah, it could be. That could have an influence. Although my past life regressions have been through Shannon Johnson lately, and we're pretty good friends, so that didn't seem to matter.
Oh, okay. So that leaves the only other variable
The only other
being a dick.
Oh, well, there are other things that you told me before and after. I think in your case, it's not just that. It's, well, first of all, when I tried to hypnotize you. It was like pretty early on in the practice. But also, it's not just.
So you're saying you were like
Well,
a
it
level
is being
3
friends-
hypnotist, and now you're like a level 7 hypnotist.
69 or
You gain
whatever.
some.
Well,
Sure,
more like I was a
69, let's go
level
with
0.5,
Damn.
and now I'm 69.
6.9.
So you just had the wooden
Are
sword.
you a Reiki master now?
Whoa, what was that, John?
Aurora, are you a Reiki master?
I know I've never done Reiki, but I've done like other stuff.
What's Reiki?
That I healing.
Polarity?
Um,
Polarity? Energy work?
Yeah, energy work. No, polarity, I don't know what that is. Reiki is kind of like this energy healing modality where I think you are just the vessel and then you channel channel the energy to whatever where the person needs
Does it
it.
let me shoot fireballs?
Wow.
Because that's what I'm trying to do.
Maybe with hypnosis you will get like, oh, I'm a dragon and now I can shoot fireballs. And then actually, I don't know, spit fire or
Hell
something.
yeah.
I don't know. But if for hypnosis to work, you really need to trust the person, and then also you shouldn't care about what that other person think, or if that whatever you say it's gonna impact the thing. The thoughts that this person has for you. So
Okay.
I think one of the reasons that
Wait a minute,
ours
Aurora,
didn't
speed
really work.
erasing here.
Yeah, everyone shut up.
Oh,
Speed
sorry.
erasing.
Whoa, gosh, that's talent. Wow.
That's a real talent.
Forget the drawing. I mean, I watched just
We
for the
really
speed
like
erasing.
speed erasing.
But yeah, you're about to say that you think like I was,
Sorry.
concerned about.
well,
your
you
opinion
told
of
me.
Yeah, that could be
Yes,
true.
you told me that you were afraid that you could say something and then I wouldn't like you, or I would just think.
Oh, I told you that.
differently of
Well,
you.
there you go.
Oh, well,
You told me
that's
that.
lying.
It's like, yeah,
I have that saved.
you're not gonna like me very much if you. Hey.
Or yeah, it's just more like inner fears. Or I had friends that at first they didn't want to, and then for the same reasons, and then they did. But you kind of also have to be ready.
Yeah.
It's also
Gotcha.
an important factor.
Damn. So, this drawing is nearing completion. What do you think about it so far, John? What do you? That's Rockabye
I
Baby,
like it.
by the
It's-
way, being written.
Even if it's not, even if it doesn't correspond perfectly with the story, I like it. It captures.
So I guess in the left, that's Baby John. I can't believe it's 1960
I'm guessing
already.
it doesn't look
Time
like him, but
flies.
yeah, it's
Do. Rockabye Baby's being played. You're crying a lot. Were you a crier? Is my dad
real
channeling?
whiner.
I heard
Sorry,
I was. My sister asked my mom to take me back to the hospital.
Oh wow.
And I'm like,
that's
"Baby,
psychic
Damn,
alone.
sis.
I-
What's up with sisters
I
these
knew
days?
you
They're
were
like on
a-
this broadcast here.
Wow.
And then wait, so Dad, it's supposed to go
Wait, what's that on the
left,
spilt
down,
his-
and up. So is this John?
Clockwise. Yeah. The
Okay, so this
bottom
the
right.
next scene is so this like portal into another dimension is separating the scenes. Is that
Right.
okay? All right,
Right.
gotcha.
I put a line.
So bottom right, it's 2020, and this is John sleeping.
He spilt over his coffee or whatever.
Oh,
He's
this
obviously
coffee.
either drunk or.
Oh, so here's kind of the
yeah,
inaccuracy.
I didn't know.
It's
I don't
not
know.
the-
I didn't
About
know
right.
John. You know, at the time.
Maybe
You
it's
did
time to
know me.
redraw this.
you just didn't know it.
Yeah, man.
Just
Went through.
yapping
Coffee
away.
here.
Dude, your
Yeah.
consciousnesses are connected,
Wow,
bro.
lately.
it's like it's psychic. Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
instead of, so this is John falling asleep after his fight with his wife. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry,
right.
silly
He's-
fight with his
he's-
wife. Stupid fight.
And he
Yeah.
didn't even hear the music. He's so snored out.
Dude, he's freaking KO'd,
yeah, he
man.
never
Remember?
even
Yeah.
did anything.
Emotionally KO'd. Physically
So, yeah,
KO'd.
I mean,
That's why he didn't remember anything. Was it 2020? Did this
I
happen?
look like I have a baseball bat coming out of my head.
Oh,
that's
do
the
you?
chair, but yeah.
Like
could
like
be
my
a
dad
bat,
said,
yeah.
he didn't know you, so he
Maybe
just
you got-
assumes
maybe
people
that
have
was your
baseball
wife-
bats in their head.
Your wife knocking you over the head. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe that's why you're out. Okay.
Was it 2020
Yeah, have you heard of?
when all this happened?
It's all good. The numbers
Okay,
aren't important.
no, you just
Okay, that's a no.
put in a
That's a
date.
no. All right.
Really, the
Like,
discussion was really enlightening and fun, and I thought it was great, and I love the drawing anyway.
Thanks, John.
Cool.
and I love Aurora, and you guys seem pretty cool. You better take good care of this girl.
Give it some time. We'll
She's
prove you
pretty
wrong.
cool.
No, we try.
Are you gonna? Have you been to Hawaii, Aurora?
I've been to Hawaii.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, that wasn't okay.
Is your name Aurora?
Yeah, your consciousnesses are linked. I don't know if you heard.
That's true. Yeah, I've been like 3 times.
It doesn't suck much, does it?
It's all right.
Really?
Have you been to?
I
The
could
cost sucks.
Cost sucks.
But the weather's
Yes,
fine.
I've been.
Yeah.
Nothing sucks about it in my
Have
book.
you been, John?
Nothing sucks about Paris too. Those are the 2 places that don't
Oh,
suck.
we got a Paris
Oh,
file
no.
in the house.
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
No, Paris is really
Oh.
cool.
Damn.
It is really cool. I don't agree with the politics. I mean, with the lockdown more
Getting
specifically,
political.
because they stop us from visiting Paris, and Paris deserves to be visited every single day. See, I made
Yes,
it dramatic.
It does.
Yeah, no, it is really beautiful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna miss it.
In that movie, that I'm trying to get you to watch again, the Midnight in Paris.
Yeah, I started, and then I was like, "Ooh, what's this? Owen Wilson is the name of the actor.
Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Like, what is it doing in Paris?" And I just turned it off.
But he quotes people like he goes back and visits Hemingway spent time in Paris, and he was there with other writers of that time, and one of the writers said, having been in Paris and spent some time here, why the hell would anybody ever live anywhere else?
Damn.
And I was like, exactly how I feel.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty special, but then I can also find you 100 reasons why not to live in Paris or anywhere. Maybe not 150.
I don't want to hear them. I'm closing my ears.
No, well, I think it's a different time period, but Paris is still, I think, one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen. And
Yeah.
I'm lucky to be living here,
Okay, we're done.
I think.
We could tour it now.
Well, now comes a tour du drawing, as we like to say. Okay. I thought that was that's John's mic.
That is a really
Wait. But
slow
you're
tour.
going left
Like-
to right. You really should have went down like clockwise, right? All right. Well, anyway, we got the pain. Happy New Year, 1980. Wait, I don't remember what that part referred to in the story. John, do you? Oh, okay, he's already laughing.
No, I can't help you on that one.
The way I
Dad?
heard the story,
Yeah.
John, you came across it later in life and it was broke. It didn't work. So it's just
2011.
2011. So you just
2011.
put it on
Okay,
the shelf.
you were just
and,
off by
it's,
30 years.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's nothing.
I wasn't born till 62 though, and but who cares? Who's
All
counting?
right, it's 3
Age is
points.
just a number,
time
man.
doesn't
3 points
exist,
in John's life.
least in
That's it.
hypnosis.
3 random. Right.
I could hypnotize you to be whatever age you want.
And what do you?
Yeah, or forget that 1980 even existed.
Yeah. Well, John, do you have any? I feel like you kind of already
did
laid
this,
your
yeah.
final thoughts out there, but yeah, go ahead. Any
Yeah,
final
no,
thoughts?
good.
Well, good. I'll make you big.
I had fun with you guys.
Hey, thanks. It
Alright,
was
Thanks
fun
for
with
having
you.
me.
Thanks
Laura.
for
Thanks for
being on here. I'm just rearranging
Yeah, I
you
had
guys.
fun.
And
Yeah, if I think up another story, maybe I'll come back.
So quick recap.
Yeah.
You get a planner, you get a pot that has a built-in music box from your mom when you were born. It disappears or something. Your mom dies in 2011. And then you find it again in her house. You bring it back home. You try it, doesn't work. And then 2019 or recently, you have a stupid fight with your wife. Go up to the bedroom where the planner is, where it hasn't been working for God knows how long. Suddenly comes on.
Unbelievable.
All by itself.
All right.
Unbelievable.
Well, that's the story. That is, we have no explanation
Story.
other than, I don't know. Here's where you guys come.
You'd have to talk to
Metaphysical?
We need to talk to a
a
Reiki
physicist
master.
or something.
Yeah.
Like lighted the metal bond.
I'm glad you liked
I
it.
liked it.
That's encouraging though, because maybe the world needs to hear some more of my stories. So maybe I'll
We
write them
should do
down.
another
Should
one.
write them down. Should write them down.
Well,
Writing
thank you.
helps.
It's great to meet you guys.
Yeah.
It's Halloween, so I want to say hi
for
to all the
watching.
spirits.
Oh yeah, you didn't get
Thanks
any
for
final
watching.
thoughts, Aurora. Go
Happy-
ahead.
Happy Halloween.
Go for it.
No, I just wanted to thank the spirits that were here with us
Oh yeah,
today.
thanks, spirits.
And because it's their birthday. I mean, I don't know if Halloween is a birthday, but yeah. Thank you for the story.
Yeah.
We're only
It was
And
fun.
thank you, John.
Yeah,
It was nice to see you in person after all these
Oh, this is a
years.
f-
And
Yeah, nice to
thank
see
you
you
for
too.
participating.
Oh yeah, you can.
I like your accent.
thanks, John.
I like yours too. Thank you.
Yeah. Whoops, it's
All right.
starting again.
See you later.
All right.
Okay, see
See you guys.
See you guys.